criminals and confidential human sources. CHS, did you know some of your criminal friends are paid up to $500,000 per year by the FBI? Where is your money? How come you're not paid like that? https://theintercept.com/2017/01/31/how the FBI conceals its payments to confidential sources. Chapter 18 Overview of CES/Chapter 18 Overview of harassment methods used by FBI's COINTELPRO, Operation Gladio, covert community recruits and stay behind armies, or Instruction Manual for Community Gangstalkers. 1. General. Operations in general are of the active surveillance type. Passive surveillance is watching a target covertly to obtain information about the target. Active surveillance can include information gathering, but it also includes the agent making the target aware they are under surveillance. Beyond active surveillance, agents perform acts to keep the target uncomfortable around the clock. Although operations are silently approved of and covered for by the official justice system, they are not seen as criminal in nature by citizens who do not have a strong sense of right and wrong. Agents must take great care that each and every act of punishment is deniable. This means that should the target complain to police, or any other officials, or friends, neighbors, family members, or doctors, the nature of the punishment must be seen as the target's overactive imagination, or better yet, an indication the target is mentally ill. The system has worked for years to recruit the medical establishment to help maintain deniability, and today, most targets are immediately labeled as mentally ill and often forced onto antipsychotic medication when they complain. But their agents must still do their part skillfully to perform acts of punishment, so that almost anyone the target complains to will deny a crime against the target has taken place. As an agent, you will be trained in how to do this. The system has been blessed with advanced technology which enables heavy punishment at times the target is in their home, silently, through walls, and this is very deniable. Agents must pass their initial training and demonstrate a high level of commitment to maintain community safety and the ability to operate deniably before they will be considered for advanced electronic punishment training. The electronic punishment training is beyond the scope of this manual. The organization is very fortunate in that we have been able to recruit top specialists to back up field operations people. Psychologists are the key to finding ways to maximize feelings of stress and hopelessness in the target and degrading the target's health from many individual, minor, invasive punishment acts. Technicians in all fields, telecommunications, electric power, building electrical and alarm systems, and utility employees in all fields use their positions to inflict many absolutely normal-looking problems on targets on an ongoing basis. And of course, the services of many skilled locksmiths are invaluable in this. As a community-based agent, CBA, you will have the privilege of working with a team capable of delivering better justice than the official system. 2. Surveillance. Surveillance is the foundation of all operations. Both community-based agent, CBA, visual surveillance, and advanced electronic surveillance are used. This chapter will cover only local agent visual surveillance. Your local lead agent will schedule surveillance watches for each target in that community. Every target will have at least one CBA watching them, at all times, even while at home and asleep. Each CBA surveillance team will be given a cell phone number for reporting target actions and movement to the local control center, CC. Actions to be reported include, but are not limited to, target turns lights on to start the day. Target uses toilet or shower, target exits residence, target drives away, target arrives at work, or target shops or visits any other establishment or location. Target arrives home. Target eats meal at home or in restaurant. Target engages in sexual activity. Target turns lights off at the end of the day. Target turns light on in the middle of the night. Target travels out of town. Some of these observations will be performed by the electronic core, EC, but CBAs should attempt to make and report as many detailed observations of target activity as possible. The reason such detail is necessary is that the punishment phase of active surveillance requires that supervisors customize each punishment action to match the personality of target and the need to make each punishment action appear to be life's normal breaks. One important punishment function of surveillance is to sensitize the target. Targets are never told they are under surveillance or being punished. Instead, close, active surveillance and other activities, happening far too frequently to be written off as life's normal breaks, will eventually cause the target to realize they are under surveillance and punishment. As a community-based agent, CBA, you will be given specific instructions on exactly when, where, and how to carry out punishment actions. As long as you carry out punishment instructions exactly as given, there is no way the target will be believed if they complain, and you will not be exposed to risk of action by law enforcement. How well the punishment actions work depends on how accurate and complete your reports are in many situations. The Control Center, CC, acquires access to properties or apartments immediately next to the target's homes or apartments. Because EC, Electronic Core, has through-the-wall surveillance and punishment equipment, they will be reporting target activity along with community-based agents. In a typical setup, CBAs may be posted in a parked car where the target's home or apartment can be observed overnight, for example. In this setup, the CBA in the car may be instructed to call, using walkie-talkie-style cell phones, another CBA, or team, waiting or patrolling by car nearby to follow the target, or you may be assigned to follow the target yourself. You will receive instructions from your local center as to following the target. Targets in transit may be either covertly or visibly followed. When in doubt, hang back a bit and contact the center for instructions, as targets in transit can present many unanticipated situations. The center will always have the target's position monitored, so if a target gives the CBA the slip, it will assign other appropriate community-based agents to pick up the target at the earliest opportunity. Be sure to notify the control center immediately if you lose the target. When applying the visible following of a target, making the target uncomfortable because of your presence, you will be given instructions as to when to break off the following. Another CBA or CBA team may pick up the visible following, but once you have broken away, they advise that you are clear and ready for the next assignment. 3. Intercepts. Intercepts are where community-based agents, CBA, will appear to, just coincidentally, cross paths, on foot, with the target. Once the target has been sensitized to the point of realizing they are under surveillance and punishment, they will recognize, and be made appropriately uncomfortable by, the simple act of multiple CBAs just happening to cross paths with them. Your local control center will instruct you as to how you will be cued to perform an intercept. Often you will have an on-site supervisor, OSS, position you, and give you hand signals as to when to start your movement to intercept the target. Because targets moving about aren't always totally predictable, the success of CBA intercepts depends heavily on the electronic core, who have means of monitoring the exact whereabouts of every target, and through computer programs, predict exactly when and where a target will be as they move about the community. Your local OSS has a special means of receiving instant, silent instructions for the center. 1. Intercepting CBAs may be asked to perform one of the following forms of intercept. 2. Simple path crossing, requiring the target to take evasive action to avoid collision. Multiple CBAs sometimes perform this several times during a single outing by a target. On foot, walking for an extended period on the opposite side of the street from walking target. 3. 3. Arriving at a place known to be a favorite of the target and simply occupying that place just as the target is about to arrive. Restaurants, parks, public facility seating, even bus seats are examples, sometimes just hanging out in such a location at times and places where people don't ordinarily do that. 4. Smoking, coin jingling, whistling, or toe tapping near the target at a location where the target is known to need to stand, as to wait for the bus, or standing right behind a target at a water fountain. 5. A group, as many as a dozen CBAs, may be assigned to arrive at a store just ahead of a target and form a queue ahead of the target, spending time buying lottery tickets to delay the target. The target is very tired and eager to get home after work, for example, or in a hurry. 6. Community-based agents may be assigned to leave a next-door home or apartment exactly the same time as the target, repeatedly. Alternatively, a CBA may intercept the target a short way before home and arrive at exactly the same time as the target. While these may seem like trivial acts, keep in mind that the target will have these trivial things happen every single day, and repeated intercepts like these will force the target to always watch for such acts, essentially ensuring the target never has a nice day. This is the goal, to ensure the target's punishment. Similar intercept operations are performed with vehicles. The center can schedule these every day the target commutes, and both to and from work. Vehicle intercepts are particularly effective when the target sees the same vehicle in an intercept convoy both in the morning and in the evening commute. Because vehicle intercepts can be dangerous, CBA assigned to vehicle intercept duty must successfully complete a special training course prior to actual assignment. Here are some examples of vehicle intercepts a community-based agent, CBA, can expect to be assigned. Parking so as to prevent a target's leaving a parking area and then disappearing. Parking commercial vehicles often near target's home with something unusual about these vehicles, such as there is no need for that trade, or just unmarked white vans to make the target think the van is there to conduct surveillance. Simple following, or leading, a short distance, but every day. Doing this, both during target commutes and then other times, makes the target very uncomfortable. Passing a side street stop sign, then stopping an uncomfortable distance into oncoming traffic just as target is about to arrive at the side street, causing the target to have to slam on the brakes. This requires control center assistance and prompting by walkie-talkie style cell phone. For a CBA vehicle convoy, boxing in the target during a commute, forcing the target to travel at a lower speed than the target wants to travel. In some locations, the center will supply special license plates to CBA vehicles with short words which have special meaning to the target. For a CBA convoy, and where the target is at a location and time where traffic is normally very sparse, cause heavy traffic, forcing the target to notice. The ultimate vehicle intercept is the staged accident. This can be dangerous and is only assigned to very senior agents. However, it is possible to stage an accident so only the target knows it was staged. This is an excellent means of punishment where a target has committed a serious offense specifically against secret services by revealing their criminality to the public. Generally, staged accidents are done in jurisdictions where police strongly support the operations, so that the CBA driver is protected. 4. Physical sabotage. Physical sabotage is an especially effective form of punishment when it is carefully limited to low-value items, below the value where police will take the report seriously. For example, burning a target's house down, or even stealing an expensive appliance, would bring official investigators into the picture, so that is not done. Sabotage producing extreme safety hazards is generally not suitable for operations, because of the potential for bringing official investigators to an accident scene. So while damaging the brake system of a target's vehicle is not allowed for community-based agents, CBAs, draining some of the oil, transmission fluid, or radiator antifreeze is allowed, but not all of it. The goal is to make it look as if the target is negligent in maintaining fluid levels, and generally not causing a catastrophic failure that non-targets might see as sabotage. It is very important to apply punishment by way of a large number of small value sabotage acts, because that makes it look like the target is forgetful, exaggerating, or in some cases even delusional.
Look, you see what this is all about. This is not exaggeration, I promise you. It's not exaggeration. This is how they do it.